It's good to be back. I slipped. Welcome back to another video. My name is Mark, and I'm here to take you on a journey. And in this part of my journey, I had a pretty good slip and a pretty good fall. Here's what I mean. The last time that I have made a video and uploaded this to you was months ago. I remember the day since the last time that I've made one of these videos and actually sat down to edit it was like more than 4 months ago. And I told myself, after all the advice that I've been taking, all the advice that I've been giving, not just to myself, but onto others, onto people like you, is that once you start doing something, you got to keep going. Because when you keep it going, you have the results. So in this video, as the year of 2023 is nearly wrapping up, I'm going to be giving you the 3 most important lessons that I have learned for myself over the past few months, and how you can use those to make a big boost into what you love doing in your life, into your next step of the journey. These 3 lessons come together into what I like to call the 3 Ds. When you learn to master those 3 Ds, you start to jump way further in life, more than you could ever imagine, and more than anyone else. This is not meant to be a competition where you start looking at others and you say, I'm better than this guy. Because in the end, there's always going to be someone who is better at something than you are. And there's always going to be someone who is worse at it. And no matter how bad you think you got it, no matter how bad off you think you are, how deep in shit you are, there is always someone out there who's got it way worse. But that is not an excuse for you to stop doing what you're doing and to stop getting better. I had more than enough time. It's good to be home. So right now I'm back here at my childhood home, reflecting and catching up with so many of the things that I've been lagging behind on. All this burden, all this pressure of stuff that's been piling up over the past 4 months, which in a way was since the whole year, has been a result of neglecting those 3 Ds. The 3 Ds are discipline, distractions, and dedication. 2 of these things, you've got to get them better. And 1 of these things, you got to get rid of them. There is no such thing as perfection. But no matter how perfect something is, you got to give it your 100%. Or as someone I like to listen to says, go full ass. Don't half-ass this shit. You full ass it. You go in, you hop in full ass. So the first D, discipline. Discipline, as so many of you already know, as you yourself may know quite well. Is the willingness? No. Scratch that. The best way that I can define discipline in my own life after everything that I have learned from. Discipline is the ability to do the things you don't feel like doing. It doesn't matter how easy or how hard it is. Making the bed, going to the gym, doing your full run, working 20 hours in a row on a project, finishing that fucking essay. All of these things can be difficult in different ways, but how hard they are is up to you. What could be hard for some people is easy for others. Some things that I find pretty easy could be really hard for you to do, and vice versa. There's definitely some things that you're so good at doing that are so fucking easy that are way more hard for me to do. So every aspect of this depends on you. It depends on the person. So the first D, dedication. The best way for me to define it, in the way I have learned it, is the ability to do the things you don't enjoy. There's one YouTuber who spreads a lot of the same messages that I believe in. And his signature phrase is, do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. That's what makes the difference. That's what makes the greatest difference between you and everyone else. Because when you have the will, the willingness to do the hard things, the difficult things, you start to improve that skill, that muscle, that memory, to get better and better at it until it is not so hard. And for 4 months, I have allowed myself to lose track of my discipline. I'm not saying you gotta go full-on David Goggins style, but sometimes it helps to give yourself that push. It helps to tell yourself, no, I'm fucking done. There's actually 3 concepts when it comes to being productive. And you've heard those 3 phrases. So things that really help someone get better and better at something and actually put the work and effort into it is motivation, discipline, and will. Each of them has their own meanings. And today we're focusing on discipline. There's plenty of other people who have done very relevant videos that discuss the subject of discipline perfectly well, even if there's no such thing as perfection. Motivation is the positive energy that gets you excited to do something, and it's really helpful when you have that desire to start. Discipline is what keeps you going. Discipline is what will keep you doing more work on the thing, even if you don't feel like it. And willingness, willpower. Will is the ability to resist what is not good for you. The willpower to not eat that sugar candy. The willpower to not stay longer in bed. The willpower to not watch the news. The willpower to not scroll through your Instagram. The willpower to resist temptations. And all of these things come together into the other D's. So, one, as discipline, is one of the most important skills for anyone to build on, because that discipline will help you thrive in whatever it is you set yourself to achieve on your journey. The second D is distractions. And that is something that you would like to decrease. So many people out there who have already done videos on this. Just the effect of what happens to your day when the first thing you do is wake up in the morning and you start scrolling through your phone, just like staring at your screen, doom scrolling through Instagram for hours and hours on end. And when you're done rolling through your dopamine spikes, through those short-term instant gratification, how do you feel at the end? How do you feel after your 4 hours of scrolling on your fucking phone without getting anything out of it? It's one thing for being on your phone for a couple hours, keeping up with your friends, your family, checking up on people you care about, checking emails, working on things related to your personal life or your business life. But it's another to just start scrolling through content that isn't adding anything to your life. So when you go on your phone, this is just one example of a distraction. The only time to do so, me at least, and this is for me, the best thing you can do is take advice from other videos, such as what Hamza would say on discipline, is to just cut yourself off completely from social media and so many of the other things you have on your phone and on your laptop for the entire morning. The only time that you go on your phone is to check some things related to your work. And once you're done doing all the most important tasks of the day, then hey, feel free to check everything you need with the people you care about. Making plans, going out, having an awesome time. Do all that shit. And hey, watch also some of your favorite videos on people who actually inspire you. I cannot tell you in just a couple minutes just how much distractions have ruined it for me for the past many years of my life. The amount of time that I have lost from doing the other more important things in my life is massive to calculate and to just bring it in just a few minutes. Because all these minutes add up to hours, which add up to days, and then to weeks, into months. And if you keep those hours going, piling up, it will turn into years. The amount of years that I have lost in my entire life because of useless distractions like that, which did not serve me, and I would not desire the same thing to happen to you. When you wake up in the morning and you get to work, when you go out to do your workout, when you go out to meet your friends, it doesn't matter. Go full ass. Go fully in to that moment, being present with what you are doing right now. It took me months to finally give myself the time to sit my ass here on this chair on the rooftop of my childhood home with the view where I did my first ever video. It's been almost a year now. It's been almost 1 year since the day that I first told myself I will finally do this. That I will finally sit down and start filming. Start filming videos for you. And that leads to the third D. Dedication. dedication is what it takes to reach the finish line. There is no one finish line for everything you achieve in your life. But there are multiple finish lines along the journey. Everything that you do, everything that you put out, everything that you care about, everything that you learn is part of the journey that just keeps going on to the next step. And then the next, and the next. There's always more to learn. There's always more to climb. You've heard this phrase countless of times. When you reach the top of the mountain, there's always another mountain to climb. One of the things that I can tell you from my personal experience is that one of the worst feelings you can ever have as a human being is to achieve something that you have deserved because you earned it and then you lost it. One of the worst feelings that you can ever have is to lose something that you have earned because you stopped putting in the work. This mainly applies to people who are in their masculine. To people who have a drive and a desire to make a change for themselves, to make a change for the world, to make a change for others. And when you stop working on that desire, when you lose that inner fire, when you lose that emotionally compelling reason, your 3D mix gets into a jumble. Your distractions go up, your discipline goes down, and your dedication goes down as well. To put those 3Ds together, when you increase your discipline and your dedication, these will come together to bring in the biggest changes in your life. And simultaneously, you will be reducing the distractions. These were the three biggest things that have made a massive impact on my life as a whole. This applies to my college studies, the future work I plan to do, fun time with my friends, my family, the other people that I care about. One thing that happened this year, and this is something I saw coming since years ago, was how much work am I putting into my thesis. I'm going through my last year of college right now. Almost everyone who has been in this spot, finishing their master thesis, can say the same on just how much time and effort you gotta put into this. There's nothing wrong with putting your time into other things. There are a lot of people now who don't need to go to college and can achieve way fucking more than others who have a degree. I myself am not planning to depend only on my degree. But I've gone through all those years of college, so I might as well finish it. And then use that to my advantage to put into the skills that I plan to bring into the future. But if I keep holding out, if I keep holding myself back from doing the hard work of finishing my thesis, all these other areas in my life will crumble because I have not been making the time for anything. The amount of hours, days, weeks, and months that I have wasted being distracted by so many things that were not as useful eventually led me to having months worth of work piled up into a few weeks. Because I just pulled the classic procrastinator move. And because of that, I am now dealing with the consequences. Right now, as I'm sitting here filming this video, I have countless minutes of other footage that I have filmed over this past year. And all of these will go into videos that I have planned for this year and next. I would like to end this off by saying that some of the upcoming future videos will include some footage, some vlogs, and some moments from this past year, with some of the other lessons and some of the other awesome moments that I've been learning for myself. And how this will help you become the awesome one on your journey. So if you enjoyed this video, feel free to drop a like and subscribe. Don't stop, keep going, stay awesome. Peace out.